This is banded elbow extension. I'm going to do it with the Voodoo Floss on my elbow because that's the best way to do it, but you don't need Voodoo Floss in order to get results, okay? So what we want to do is we want to create full range of motion at the elbow joint, right? We want to try and get full extension because we know if we're lacking extension at the elbow, then we can't lock movements out, but we also can't cultivate a good stable platform in a front rack position, okay? Because it's more difficult to create torque with a bent limb than it is with a straight limb, okay? So here we go. Get yourself a band, pull it up over your elbow, right over the joint line, all right? Maybe just a little bit above, all right? And now I'm gonna go ahead and put some tension on that by walking my arm out, and I'm gonna point my hand toward the band, okay? And now I'm gonna block my wrist using my other arm, all right? Now I want you to start with a bent elbow, and then you're gonna slowly extend your elbow and externally rotate, all right? Until you get to the end of the capsule there. Create a little overpressure into the capsule, and that's what's going to give us that extra joint mobility that we need. Go ahead and bend the elbow again and extend, okay? Bend, slowly and controlled extension, okay? Good. I like to do it a few times like that, maybe about 4 or 5 times, and then sticking at the end range of motion, winding up into external rotation. I'll oscillate right there just with tiny bend in my elbow and extension. And it may be difficult to coordinate that with that fully externally rotated position, so you can consider this a way to practice. Okay, once I feel like I've done some good due diligence there and made some change, then I want to try and create a different stimulus by rotating my palm in the opposite direction, right? So now that's going to emphasize the opposite side of the joint capsule, which is important because we don't know where the restriction is coming from, all right? So now my hand's pointed away, I've got tension on the band, and I'm just going to create some elbow flexion extension. Turn my body a little bit more here. There we go. You'll notice that this one helps create some mobility at your wrist as well. So you'll feel the stimulus downstream, which is also important because we know that the distal joints need to be completely mobile in order for the proximal joints to become stable. Good. All right, so spend about 2 minutes on that as prescribed.